Mashiach's arrival is to straighten out the Jewish people and to prepare their hearts. What does this show us? That the Jewish people need to be prepared for Mashiach. That's why Hashem is sending Aliyah Navi. That's one thing. And not only do the Jewish people need to be prepared for Mashiach, but the Rambam writes that why did the Abish there first the Rambam says we can't understand God's ways, whatever, but then the Rambam says why did the Abish make Christianity and Islam come to the world, which caused a lot of destruction. And he said because in the end of the day, in the long run, it is a preparing the world for the coming of Mashiach. It's preparing the goyim from Mashiach. Okay, how is it preparing the goyim from Mashiach? Because when Mashiach, if the goyim wouldn't know about, if the goyim wouldn't know about Mashiach at all, they wouldn't know nothing. Mashiach's going to come, so for them it's going to be a complete surprise. For them, they're not going to know what Mashiach's all about. They're not going to know nothing. But, and also that says that Mashiach is going to make the whole world serve one God. Till Christianity and Islam came around, till the world was thinking that there's 100 gods, 50 gods, 1,000, I don't know what. Each guy, there's a lot of Avodah Zarah happening. Once Christianity came and Islam, so they made everyone believe in just, there's the God, there's the Son of God, there's I don't know what, they minimized it. They brought the world closer to understanding that there's only one, to oneness, to the unity of God. The Rambam, when he said it, Mashiach is going to fix the whole world, to make the whole world serve only one God. So Christianity made it easier. He prepared the world for Mashiach's coming. This is what the Rambam says. So what do we see from here? That not only we have Aliyah Navi coming to prepare the Jewish people, but you even have Christianity and Islam to prepare the nations of the world from the Geula and for the coming of Mashiach also. What do we see from here? That the whole world needs this preparation for Mashiach. And the Rebbe goes even deeper. That we see that the world needs preparation for Mashiach. The world has to prepare in advance. It says that when Mashiach is going to come, the world will be running the same way it's running now, before the Geula. Well, we see on the other, and there won't be any miracles. On the other hand, we see that Rambam says when Mashiach is going to come, the whole world is going to be occupied only to know God Himself. That's going to be the whole occupation of the whole entire world. This is going to be the main occupation. Now just imagine a world that's going from being totally occupied in a whole bunch of different things, and then all of a sudden, boom, overnight the whole world is just sitting and learning about Hashem the whole day. The whole world isn't going. That's considered a miracle. That's considered a change. And the Rambam says that there won't be any change in the world when Mashiach comes. So how do we explain this? So the Rebbe says that we need to say that before Mashiach comes, this already needs to become the nature of the world. To be busy, occupied to know God. Therefore, when Mashiach is going to come, it's not going to be considered as a miracle happening. Understand?
Yes.
Because there can be change in the world when Mashiach comes. But the Rambam says there's going to be a change, that the whole world is going to be busy knowing God. On the other hand, he says there's going to be no change. So you have to say that this change needs to be done before the Geula, before Mashiach comes. Like that, when Mashiach comes, the Rambam says there's going to be no change between this world and Mashiach. Why? Because this is going to change before. We need already now, before the Geula, need to prepare. The point of this is, again, to bring out the same point, that it's needed a preparation for the coming of Mashiach. Before Mashiach comes, we need to already prepare ourselves in advance. We already need to make ourselves live the Mashiach lifestyle. Like that, when Mashiach comes, it will not be considered that there's miracles happening, changing our whole lifestyle. Why? Because we already changed it before. We're already living this lifestyle. So Mashiach's coming, we're ready. What does it mean to be ready for something? That before the thing comes, you already live that way. So when that state comes, it's not a surprise for you because you already prepared yourself in advance.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to be explaining over here is what does it mean? The Rambam says the whole occupation of the whole world will be absolutely only to know God Himself. Not the world's occupation won't be in anything else but to know Hashem. So obviously we need to prepare for this, for such a thing. If this is the whole occupation and the peak, the climax of what's going to be when Moshiach comes, we're going to be busy knowing the knowledge of God. What does that mean? That we already now need to start this off, like we said, and we need to live in such a way that our whole occupation is to know God. And the Rambam says the way that the whole world, the whole occupation of the world will be only to know God is going to be in such a form that it's going to be in a way that there's going to be nothing else besides for this. It says, Kamayim layom achasim. Just like when you look at an ocean, you do not see anything but the water that's covering over the fish and all that stuff that are in the ocean. You don't see fish, you only see water. It says this is the exact same way the whole world is going to be occupied in knowing Hashem in the Geula. So what does this mean that a Yid is learning about Hashem in such a way that this is the only thing? So the Rebbe explains that the Alter Rebbe, from his release from prison on the 19th of the month of Kislev, and starting before that, but mainly after that, this was the preparation. This started off one of the final preparations for this, for the Geula, that this is going to be the whole occupation of the world, and we're going to explain this. Explain this. We need to first explain another thing. It says in the Sefer Beis Rebbe a story like this. When the Alter Rebbe was in jail, in prison, one time his teachers, the Harav Amagid and the Baal Shem Tov, they came to visit him in jail. So the Alter Rebbe asked them, why is he sitting here in jail? Why are they punishing him? Why is he sitting in jail? What did he do wrong? He obviously wasn't asking why the government put him in jail. That he knows, and he doesn't need to ask the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid. When the Baal Shem Tov and Magid, he's asking why in Shamayim, what did he do wrong that from Hashem isn't caused they should put him to sit in jail. So the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid answered the Alter Rebbe. They told him the kitrug, this decree, this accusation that they made on him in Shemayim, is because he's spreading out Chassidus very, very much, a lot, and in a very revealed way. He's not spreading out Chassidus, quietly. He's spreading it out very strong. So the Alter Rebbe asked them, should I continue when I go out? If it's something wrong, maybe I should just stop. When I get out, should I stop from saying words of Chassidus? So the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid answered him, because you have begun already to spread out Chassidus, and in a revealed form, you started it off already, do not stop. Continue when you get out. And on the contrary, when you get out, not only you should continue what you're doing, the way you were doing it, you should do it even more. So till here is the story. So in other words, this is the Alter Rebbe was in jail. Down here, Begashmis was because above, up there in Shamayim, there was a kitrug, there was an accusation, there was a decree. That's the reason why they put him in jail. Okay. For spreading out a lot of Chassidus in a very revealed form. So, because of him spreading out Chassidus in a revealed form, and this is the reason that he ended up in jail. So this awakened, aroused him a doubt. Maybe you should stop. And he asked his teachers, when I get out, should I continue? So they told him, no, you should say even more. This story needs some type of an explanation. What's going on over here? This exact same type of accusation, that someone was spreading out to this, and its teacher, basically the Alter Rebbe's teacher, was the Maggid of Mezrich. She was spreading out to this, and they made a accusation about him that he was spreading out to this. So the Alter Rebbe explained, and he was mavatal the kitruk. He took away the accusation, this decree against him, by explaining. He said a mashal that if you have the son of the king, and the son of the king is very, very sick, is extremely sick, and the doctor, he brings a special doctor. The doctor says the only way you can save your son's life is by taking the crown jewel, the most important diamond and precious diamond that's in your crown, and grinding it up and turning it into a powder and mixing that with water, and you pour it into your son's mouth, and maybe one drop of the powder is going to go into your son's mouth. This is going to save his life. So too, the Alter explained, yes, Chassidus, the secrets of the Torah is the crown jewel. This is the diamond in Hashem's crown, in Torah, in Hashem's Torah, in Hashem's crown. The diamond of it, the most deepest, precious part, is the secrets of secrets that's going on Chassidus. And the Alter Rebbe explained that so his teacher, the Mike, basically, the way this accusation was caused, because there was someone, or the Baal Shem Tov, or he found, or someone else, they found a writing of Chassidus in the toilet, in the bathroom, on the floor. Because of the market spreading out Chassidus so much, a guy ended up finding in the bathroom a piece of Chassidus. So he said, what's going on over here? And that made the Kitteruk on the market that he's spreading Chassidus too much. So the Alter Rebbe said, basically, why is his teacher doing it? He says, because the Jewish people are about to faint. They're about to know this is like a critical time. And the only way we could save the Jewish people from being, for being knocked out all the way to save them is by taking Chassidus and spreading it out. And even if it ends up in the bathroom, but that's necessary. Like, that's not, you have to save, and that took away the accusation on his teacher on the market. So the Rebbe's question over here is, why is the Alter Rebbe having a doubt if he's sitting in jail and he's sitting in there? First of all, why is he sitting in jail for spreading out Chassidus? We already explained that his teacher was already spreading out Chassidus, and he explains he took away any accusation, he took away any kitruk that they could have on him. So why all of a sudden when Hashemayim is awakening another kitruk on him? Why is there another kitruk? Why is there another accusation against the Alter Rebbe for spreading out Chassidus? You already took away the accusation, you already explained, but every day there needs to be another, you already explained, so that's it, it's wiped off. So why is he sitting in jail for spreading out Chassidus? That's number one. And number two, question's even stronger. He had a doubt, he asked the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid, when I get out, should I stop? What do you mean? But you yourself explained yesterday that you have to do it in order to save up the king's life, the son of the king's life. And here you're thinking to stop. Right? Why what he said, first of all, wasn't enough. Well, the Alter Rebbe said, why wasn't that enough to save the Alter Rebbe, that he shouldn't be in jail? He explained why you needed it, which Hashem should say, oh, you're right, okay, and let him continue. And if it's not enough, why isn't it enough? Why is he thinking not to continue when he goes out, and he only because of the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid told him he should continue, therefore he continued. Understand the question?
No, I get it.
Yeah, very good. So, okay, so I'm going to say the point. I'm going to explain this in. I would really want to read this inside. The question is mincha. It's going to happen in a minute, and I don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow or whatever. So I'm just going to say.
For a couple of days.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read it inside, and then if we don't finish the answer, you'll hear the answer tomorrow or whatever. Right.
He's here for at least 3 days.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do I say what I just? I keep to the gods of the It's known the story regarding the Kitrik, the plot accusation that was on the Alter Rebbe's teacher on the Maggid. I'm reading it inside. Shapa Matsu Ksav Shel Chassidus Shiskalgel B'Makom Biltiroi. Once they found writings of Chassidus that rolled up or ended up being in a place where it wasn't meant to be. Vanase Kitrik Lamayla Ala Maggid Shema Farsim Menani Rosen findet Tishtapechna. Then Shamayim was caused because of this, a plot, an accusation against the Maggid for him spreading out Chassidus in such a form till it reaches such a state, if such a thing can end up happening to words of Chassidus. This caused a Kitrig and Shamayim against the Maggid. It says in Eicha that the holy stones were thrown around in the streets, which means it's not honorable for these precious, holy stones to be thrown around in the streets. So basically, the Maggid was spreading out Chassidus in such a way till it reached a point that it was spread out like that in the streets. So the Alter Rebbe was the one to take away, to nullify this accusation against his teacher, the Maggid. How? So this that he brought a parable that the son of the king that got very sick with a very strong sickness. They found only one pure for this sickness of the son of the king, to take the crown jewel from the son of the king, from the king's crown, and that Shabbat totally call a yekir the Keser HaMelech, and that is dependent the whole preciousness of the king's crown, and to grind it up and to make it a powder. It's Hashem's we're going to continue tomorrow to continue reading to explain the answer for this question that we ask: what's the difference between the Alter Rebbe and the Maggid, and how all of this is a preparation for Moshiach?
Why would one be different?
Exactly. Right. What do you need? Right. Yes. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Amen.